Hi guys, welcome to another video. So it's been quite some while since I last uploaded my video, and there's a reason for that. I've been experiencing burnout recently. What happened is, for some time I was very overproductive. This started right from the start of the year 2020. I was very motivated, and this was the first year in which I actually took my New Year resolutions seriously. And right from January I was working very hard all the way up to March. Yeah, so up until the end of March I was working my ass off. When the month of April started, the pandemic crisis also got worse, and I experienced a very bad burnout. Now, how do I define a bad burnout? So it's not that I had not experienced burnout before this, but then this time I had accumulated so much. I had constantly added so many things into my life that I didn't take the time to subtract things. And this burnout that I experienced was very extreme, in the sense that I did not feel like doing anything at all. All I wanted to do was just listen to music or just watch Netflix throughout the day. So you can see that most of my videos in this channel are along the line of productivity and optimizing your life, making your life better. But this video talks about something exactly opposite, but something which tends to become a part of our life. And in other videos, at least in some ways, I would have prepared my environment. I would arrange my bed, I'd make sure that I look decent. But in today's video, I was just in this rabbit hole of contemplation. I was just having a bad day today. So I decided that I would convey whatever is in my mind right now. I feel like we only present the curated reality when it comes to expressing ourselves on social media or on YouTube. So in today's video, I will not make a lot of effort in the production of the video. I will not be using several clips. So this might not be as entertaining as other videos, but it's equally important. So let me take you through a few things that I was doing by the start of this year. So first of all, the first wrong thing that I did was that I tried to build several habits at the same time simultaneously. I was like, okay, I'm going to work out every single day, I'm going to learn a new language every single day, I'm going to, meditate for a significant amount every single day. I'm going to learn to play a musical instrument every single day, I'll be practicing vocals every single day and whatnot. Productivity can be very deceiving because in the early days you do not feel any sense of loathing at all. You feel super active, you feel very good about yourself. But the burnout comes out to the surface in a very subtle manner. I realized that I was slowly starting to hate doing the things that I was so passionate to do. For example, I maintained 83-day streak on Duolingo. I'm learning Spanish on Duolingo. Now when it comes to spoken Spanish, my skills have rusted already because it's been a pretty long time since I last practiced it, so do not expect me to speak. So do not expect me to speak in Spanish in this video. So as I said before, one of the major contributors to my burnout was trying to do too many things at the same time without, separating a different time for a different activity. And I also solved it in part. I tried dividing my activities. First I thought that I would develop one new skill every single month. And I realized that if I were really to properly develop some skill, I would have to at least give 3 months of time to each particular skill. That truly made things a lot better. And the other thing that I realized, which was very subtly contributing to my burnout, was how I was being too responsive to stimuli. Now, the first example that comes off my head is if someone texts you, if someone sends you a text message, we have this you have this tendency to immediately open it. You feel this weird sense of urgency to immediately reply to that person. Now when you immediately do that, you don't really realize it, but later on, as these immediate responses accumulate, you become very anxious. Although you do not realize it as you're opening it immediately, if you're not able to give a proper buffer time to yourself, you'll be very anxious. Now, I don't know about you, but particularly for me, this is relatable even in normal human interactions. So if I meet a person and so if I am doing some work and a person comes by and disturbs me while I'm working, I need some buffer time to interact with that person. If someone comes barging into my room while I'm working, immediately at that moment I might not really feel anything, but throughout the rest of the day I'll feel very anxious and I won't really know the reason why I'm feeling bad, yet I'll feel very, very bad. So the takeaway for you from this would be to set a certain buffer time for yourself. Just because you get a text message does not necessarily mean that you need to reply to it immediately. Give it 5 minutes, and when you're mentally prepared to go into the interaction, then only open it. Now this also applies to subscribing to certain things. During this period of burnout, I unsubscribed from several YouTube channels because I was just keeping them because I thought subscribing to them would make me cool in my own eyes. I was thinking that I was a science guy. Subscribing to complex science and math problem solving YouTube channels, which is not my major priority at the moment. It's far from my major priority at the moment. Similarly, I also unsubscribed from a lot of newsletters. I had been so many times we're looking for things for free, and when we sign up on the internet, we're paying with our attention. We're paying by giving them our email, by signing up with our email, and as we send the email to them, we'll certainly be receiving constant newsletters that will disturb our peace of mind. Hence, these are the few things that I had not noticed, and hence I experienced a very bad burnout. This is the worst I've ever had. So I had been accelerating, I had been pacing my way through this year, and corresponding to 3 months of intense productivity, I had to take 2 months. I had to take a total of 2 months off and put on the reverse gear. I just had to come back 2 steps. So if you're walking 3 steps ahead and walking back 2 steps, just like moving 1 step with a lot of unnecessary effort. So in the name of productivity, make sure you do not burn yourself out. Make sure you know the right balance for yourself, and that can be done by experimenting. There's no harm in experimenting, but make sure that you're early enough to realize when you're burning yourself out. I'll be sharing some other things that I might experience later on in my future videos. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching this video up until the end. Also, if you think that my content adds value to your life, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Until next time.